Pennsylvania is a great state, but it can and it should be better. And I'm committed to make it better as the next governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, working with each and every one of you, working with the 12 million people across Pennsylvania. As all of you know, I'm the Auditor General. I'm honored to be a statewide elected official today, a very important position in Pennsylvania. The fiscal watchdog, the person that keeps an eye on your taxpayer money. And I'm proud to say, because I have good people and we've really focused on the tough issues, we've done a magnificent job. A magnificent job bringing to the attention of the people of Pennsylvania fraud, waste, and abuse in government.
Never been a person to just talk the talk. He has always walked the walk. And that goes back as far as when he was a Marine, when he was on city council, as a state senator, and as Auditor General. And he highlights why there's waste, why there's backroom deals, and he's always been someone who's been outspoken about it. You don't have to look at policy papers, you can look at his track record. 10 years ago, when he was a state senator, he authored and introduced a bill to reduce the size of the legislature by 1/3. He stands for campaign finance reform. He stands for ending pay-to-play politics. He's the only candidate for governor who believes that we need a constitutional convention. He's not doing it just now because he's running for governor and because now it's politically convenient.
But most importantly, it's really our economy today. And we all know that we're in a recession. It's called the Great Recession, the worst recession since the Great Depression. And yes, to get out of this recession, it takes leadership from government. We can't wait for the federal government. Yes, the federal government needs to do some things to put people to work, to give people better jobs than they have today, but Pennsylvania can do much more also. The next governor also has to have a vision to make sure that we're pointed in the right direction on a whole multitude of issues. On primary and secondary education. Too many children dropping out of school in Pennsylvania. And they end up being problems in other ways. They end up being incarcerated.
I know Jack Wagner to be a leader, especially in early childhood education. And I've known that for over 15 years. When I met Jack, he was a councilman local level and was very interested in making a difference in the community. I went to him with the early childhood concept. He picked it up right away, and today, now at the state level, he's a prime mover and supporter of early childhood education. And that probably is one of the single most important things that can happen now, is that we start with young people and begin to educate them early. Jack's a champion, he's a knowledgeable politician, he's honest, he's got integrity, and most importantly of all, he's one of the few people that will listen and make a difference.
And I have to tell you, there's no one that sees this government better than I do. And I see it from the inside out, doing 5,000 audits a year. And since I've been Auditor General, we've done 25,000 audits of state government and virtually everywhere state taxpayer money goes. And we have seen problems galore and made thousands of recommendations on how to improve this government. And I can stand in front of all of you and say this government needs to be reformed. Your taxpayer money needs to be better utilized. It's really that simple. And that's the first chore of the next governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Jack Wagner has always been a friend to the veteran and an advocate. I've known him for over 8 years, and he's always been a vital part of our veterans community. Jack Wagner has always been a down-to-earth guy, and his integrity is second to none.
At the end of the day, all I am is a public servant. And again, I work for each and every one of you. And I look for your counsel, I look for your advice, I look for your suggestions on how we can improve Pennsylvania. But we have a fight politically. And I don't want to dismiss that. We have a fight this year in 2010. Because a lot of people think we're the underdog. And I want you to know we're not the underdog. Because just like in this room tonight, there are many, many good people. I have to tell you, we have unbelievable support throughout Pennsylvania. In many different circles throughout Pennsylvania. But we need to get energized. We really need to pass the word. And we have 4 months to do that in terms of the primary and 10 months to do that in terms of the general election. It won't be easy, but I want every one of you to know I'm going to be out there working harder than any candidate has ever worked in the history of Pennsylvania, running for public office. And with all of your support, I know we can win, and we will win. So I ask each and every one of you to get out there and ask your friends, your neighbors to back Jack. It's really a simple message. And in backing Jack, we will turn Pennsylvania around. We will point it in the right direction. And we will make it a better place for our children and our grandchildren. Thank you very much.
I'm Jack Wagner. As Auditor General, I've made a difference, saving millions in taxpayer dollars and securing major reforms in state programs. I'm proud of that record, and I'd appreciate your vote.